Well, the Wisconsin men's hockey team wrapped up its home schedule last weekend with a split against Notre Dame. Now Tony Granato's team has the weekend off before wrapping up the regular season at Minnesota. Then the playoffs start the week after that. Meanwhile, the Wisconsin women, coming off a sweep of Minnesota State on senior weekend, they wrap up the regular season this weekend at Ohio State. And head coach Mark Johnson will join me, Brian Posick, next on the Badger Hockey Digest. Well, Mark, you're coming off a weekend sweep of Minnesota State last weekend, 5-2 and 7-2. Senior weekend, a great way to finish off the regular season home schedule last weekend, wasn't it?
It really was, especially Saturday. We had to move our games around from Saturday, Sunday to Friday, Saturday. I thought the crowd Saturday was great, and they got treated to a real special day with our seniors. And a couple of our seniors scoring some goals, and just a great way to send and finish the regular season off.
Yeah, Daryl Watts had 4 goals and 9 points on the weekend. Casey O'Brien lit the lamp 3 times. Good to get her going, too. McKenna Webster's had a stellar sophomore season. Those 3 have really carried you, haven't they?
They really have. The last 3 or 4 games, they've created a lot of opportunities. As you mentioned, Casey got on the board, and it's always a good sign, especially as you're getting ready for playoffs. So that line's clicking, they're creating, and the end result is they're putting up a bunch of points and helping us win games.
Certainly so. Your senior class, made up of Kennedy Blair, Grace Bowlby, Delaney Drake, Kendra Neely, Brett Pettit, Maddie Posick, Caitlin Schneider, and Daryl Watts, have combined to win 134 games, 5 conference championships, soon to be 5 NCAA tournaments, so far at least 3 Frozen Fours, and you're back-to-back national champions. That's a lot to accomplish by those young ladies.
Expectations are high.
Yeah, but what a senior class it was for you, or it has been for you.
It has, and as I've mentioned to you before, we and the fans have seen what they do on the ice, but I'm more impressed with them off the ice, what they've done in the classroom, what they've done in the community. And one of the reasons we're able to draw big crowds and sell-out crowds is our student athletes' willingness to go out within the community and do things and do services and actually get to know people. You take those face masks off and helmets off and actually get to see these young ladies. They're a whole different person, but they're competitive. They like to win hockey games, which they've won a bunch of them, but more importantly, they've done a lot of great things for our program, and we're going to miss them all.
Yep, and specifically about Daryl Watts, one of the greatest players in NCAA women's hockey history, 293 career points, second all-time, 10 shy of Megan Augusta's all-time record. You have anywhere from 6 to 10 games left to play. Mark, she could very well be the all-time leading scorer in women's college hockey history.
Yeah, she's got that knack. She's not only a great goal scorer, but she's a wonderful passer. And if you watched her this weekend, she made some great passes, especially on a couple of Casey's goals where it's just you got this split second of time to get the puck to the stick and the puck into the net, and they were able to connect on a couple of those things. But she's a wonderful player. I'm glad we've had an opportunity to work with her. And last year, her scoring the overtime goal in the national championship game was only fitting because one of the reasons she wanted to come to Wisconsin after spending time out at BC was an opportunity to win the national championship. And for her to get the game-winning goal in it just, was icing on the cake. And obviously getting a 5th year this year. So she's a wonderful player. And if you were at the game Saturday, what a great way for her to finish her regular season career here off with the goal she scored. It was a highlight type goal where she put a couple moves on, went behind the net and backhanded it into the open net, and it was just like jaw dropping.
Yeah, she's been fun to watch, Daryl Watts. We've seen a lot of fantastic players at the University of Wisconsin, many of them playing in the Olympics in Beijing. We'll talk more about that and Wisconsin's final series of the regular season coming up in just a moment.
You can try, but you'll never stop a Badger. Because we Badgers are born with curious minds and endless heart. When we see a curve in the road, we speed up. When there are mask shortages for first responders, we make our own supply chain. When there's a world on pause, we sharpen our claws. Through thunder, fire, and pandemics, we'll keep going. Because after all, you can't stop a Badger.
Well, once again, the United States and Canada, the cream of the crop at the Winter Games in women's hockey. And in fact, Mark Johnson, another handful of gold medalists from Beijing, another handful of silver medalists as well. And I know you've got a lot of pride in this too. And I think fans of Wisconsin women's hockey are puffing out their chest knowing that a lot more Olympic medals are coming home.
Yeah, there's going to be some gold and there's going to be some silver with both teams represented well with Wisconsin players. And so for our coaching staff and the people and our fans in Madison, it's fun to watch them play and go through their journey. And at the end, whether you get the gold or the silver, it's about the experience and the opportunity to represent your country. And so obviously winning a silver medal, those kids will be disappointed, but that's part of the process. And 5, 6, 8, 10 years from now, they'll look back and they'll be telling their kids or their family members, I was an Olympian and I won a silver medal, and people, wow, you really did. And so whether they win gold or whether they win silver, I'm just hoping it doesn't go into a shootout like it did last time and it's decided either in regulation or overtime.
Yeah, let's hope so too. All right, so Wisconsin wraps up the regular season this weekend at Ohio State. Then the playoffs begin. What a way to end the regular season on the road against another top 5 team. Buckeyes are really good.
Yeah, you look at our schedule the last 3 or 4 years, we've either been at Minnesota or Minnesota's been here, or Ohio State's been here, or we've been at Ohio State, which we'll do this year. And so as I look at it, it's a great opportunity to get ready for the following weekend in the playoffs because we'll have our hands full both nights down there. They're playing well. We got them up here a couple times, one in overtime, and so they'll be really fired up. They'll be excited to play. They play very aggressive. They're in your face, and so we got to be ready right away, or else you could be down 2 or 3 goals real quickly, and then it's tough to cover or catch up.
Sure. Well, good luck down in
Thank
Columbus. You're welcome. That's Wisconsin women's hockey coach Mark Johnson. Badgers play at Ohio State Friday at 5 and then Saturday at 2. Both games being streamed on Big Ten Plus. Then the WCHA playoffs start the following weekend at LeBron Arena. For Mark Johnson, Jay Williams, Stephanie Olson, I'm Brian Posick. Thanks for watching the Badger Hockey Digest.
This has been a presentation from Learfield,